Hello?
Yes.
I'm sorry, your camera, I mean your video, it's not moving.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's like
Uh,
very stationary. It's like it has been paused. Oh,
uh,
there. Oh, there, it's
yes.
working now.
Mm-mm.
Can you hear me well?
Yes, I can hear you very well.
Perfect. Good evening. Oh my, it's already evening in Korea.
Yes, it's already 6 p.m.
Yeah, so good evening.
Thank you.
You're welcome. My name is Patrick. I'm not sure if you have heard about my name.
Mm-hmm.
All right, what about you?
My name is Sunny.
Sunny, wow. How's the weather there? Is it sunny?
Yeah, probably, but today I don't have any chance where I didn't go outside for today, so I don't know
Mm-hmm.
very well about today's weather.
I see.
Mm-mm.
Okay. Well, you mean no one invited you out today?
Yes.
I see. Okay.
Mm-mm.
Sunny, how old are you?
I'm 24 years old um in international age and 25 years old in Korean age.
Really?
Yep.
So, oh, you mean 24 in international and 23 in Korean?
No, no, 25 in Korean age.
Oh, okay. Why is it the other way around? Normally, I think
Hmm.
Korean is, I mean, in Korean age, you would add one more,
Yes, it add
and
one more word. Mm-mm.
I see. Well, also, I am 24 years old, and
Mm.
it is really nice to meet you.
Then you was born in 1995?
1995, exactly.
Me too. Hmm.
How's everything going today?
Today, so far so good. Today is my day off,
Wow.
so I just participate in evaluation class, like four evaluation class today.
Okay.
Hmm.
Including me?
Yeah, include you.
Yeah, well, yes. It's actually my third month now working in the company, and I
Mm-mm.
decided to be under my second evaluation.
Is
Yeah.
it your second evaluation class?
It is my second evaluation week. My first one was when I was working here on my second week. Now I
Mm-mm.
have been working here on my third month now, and I decided to
Ah,
go under evaluation again.
okay. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right, well, that made me nervous that you are my evaluator today.
Don't worry.
What are your expectations, by the way, just so I know?
I read your article,
Hmm.
and that
Oh,
name is yes.
your expectations? I'm sorry.
My expectation of what um
Of this
like
class.
like correction something like this.
Yes, of
Correction.
how the class will flow.
I just um I just expect you to talk about the article together.
Hmm.
That's all.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, so yes, you mentioned that you have prepared an article for today.
Mm-mm,
May I please know
mm-mm.
what article that is?
The article is the Syrian refugees.
Syrian refugee. Okay. There we go. Oh, it's quite a long one. All right.
Mm-mm.
There we go. So, how long did you read this article?
How long?
How much time? Yes, how much
How
time
much
did you
time?
spend?
Actually, I spent just 5 minutes.
Oh,
But
really?
however, I also used the Google Translation to understand,
Translator.
yeah,
Uh-huh.
translator to understand this article more in detail. Mm-hmm.
I see. Okay, well, yes, I think you had a lot of time to do so. So
Mm-mm.
talking about Syrian refugees, tell me more about it. What are your
Mm-mm.
understanding about this article?
I understand. I can learn or I can know about the Syrian refugees and they really want to live in another country like the Jordan because they
Mm-hmm.
think that there is no future in their country, and also they are very suffering from the food or the job and so on in their country. So that's why they don't want to go back or return to their country.
Mm-hmm.
And but however, um, mm, in to say that when it comes to the Jordan country, they really worried about the number of refugees from Syria because
Mm-hmm.
they are also suffering from the water shortage and the food
Oh yeah.
and the job, a shortage of job. So I think that it'll be a very big problem. But however, um, like there was not many volunteers or some the money, how to say, donation
Mm-hmm.
from another country about these refugees. So they live more hard life. Mm-hmm.
It really is. It really is timely and relevant. This topic is
Mm-mm.
really timely and relevant nowadays because there are a lot of countries
Mm-mm.
who are experiencing poverty.
Mm-mm.
Food shortage, stock shortage, and all that. Electricity, water,
Mm-mm.
shelter, and clothes, and food,
Yes.
including food.
Mm-mm.
So it's really timely and relevant. Actually, here in the Philippines as
Mm-mm.
well,
Mm-mm.
we are having some problems
Mm-mm.
like this, but not this worst. I mean, but not as worst as the Syrian people.
Mm-mm.
If you were in that situation,
Mm-mm.
what would you do? For example, you are
Mm-mm.
one of the many refugees in Syria.
Mm-mm.
What will you do?
Mm, first of all, well, mm, I will try to find I will try to find more the better job, like more the paid job that I can get
Stable.
more paid, affordable job, or yes, how to say that?
More
Mm,
stable job.
yeah,
A
more
job with
stable job.
higher pay.
Yeah, the job that I can get a higher pay. And also, I try to learn on other things. I don't know, but I try to learn some skill technologically. Or I don't know. What will you do if you are in on that situation?
If I were in this situation, if I happen to be one of the refugees in Syria, I would save time and energy. I really have to save energy. Why?
Mm-mm.
Because I will use my energy in trying to look for
Mm-mm.
food for me, of course, and
Ah,
for my family.
yes.
And
Yes.
also, I will try
Uh-uh.
to save food
Mm-mm. Mm. Yeah,
because
safe food.
energy. Talking about energy, I will try to
Mm-mm.
save more energy by
Mm-mm.
drinking water or by eating enough food. Of course,
Mm-mm.
you're going to be sharing it with your family. By having enough
Mm.
energy, you'd be able to try to look for a better
Mm.
comfort and a
Mm.
better shelter for your
Mm.
family.
Yes, and also I try to find very reasonable price with the food. I try
Hmm.
to find a food which is very reasonable price. So, mm, I try to find a big amount of the food, but the price would be very cheap, so we can share that with our family together. Yes. So I will try to find some special foods, which is very cheap.
Hmm.
Mm-mm.
It must have been really hard for these Syrian people
Mm-mm.
to be able to experience such poverty. It's
Mm-mm.
actually because 7 years ago, I think, yeah, 7 years ago, Zahir Hamshari
Mm-mm.
flew
Mm-mm.
to Jordan to escape from the reality, from
Mm-mm.
the situation because of his death. You know, everything that he has to pay, he ran away from it. That's why the people of refugee, I mean the people or the refugee of Syria are the ones who are experiencing the fruit of all of his actions.
Mm,
What do you think, for example, if you were Zahir Hamshari,
mm-mm.
what would you do? Will you run away from it? Will you try to do more things to surpass the trouble or to surpass the obstacle the country is experiencing?
Well, if I where is the harm Syria? You mean the Syria?
In the first paragraph,
Uh,
Zahir Hamshari.
Hamshari is which is located in Syria, is it right?
Yes, he
Uh-huh.
lived in Syria
Hamshari.
before.
Yeah, Hamshari. Okay. If if I'm on that situation, I also try to go another country. And try to find some more good job in another country. I don't know.
I think
Mm-hmm.
I think Zahir Hamshari is like a very big person or personality in Syria. He's like sort of like a president or
Mm-mm.
like a very powerful person. So
Mm,
if you were to ask me, I will go to another country, but not to escape from my responsibility. I will go to other countries to maybe ask for help from other presidents, ask
mm,
for guidance and all
mm-mm.
that. I cannot look for another job. What job will I be looking for? I am already powerful in my country. So, since I'm powerful, I'm going to use that power to gain trust and help from other people, from other powerful people from other countries. That way, they would be able to attain and sustain for my own country.
You mean if you were the
Zakir
president?
Hamshari. Yes,
Okay.
that's the question.
Ah, okay.
Okay,
If
what would you do? I think you misunderstood the question.
if I were the president in the Syria,
Of Syria, yes.
um, yes, I think that it is the same. I can request some help to another country's the president,
Hmm.
or we can find some we can find some storage, like we can find some good idea or new idea be to recover our country again. For example,
Hmm.
like in when it comes to the Korea, we were also suffering from the poverty before, like 20 years
Hmm.
ago. At the time, we started to to correct all the gourds
Hmm.
from from our house, and there are many volunteers who sell their goals in the cheap price to the government, and the
Hmm.
government and also the government tried to sell this gold to another country in expensive with the expensive money with the expensive price, so we can we can afford to um, return in debit to another country.
Depth. Yes. Uh-huh.
Yes, kind of this. So I think that I will discuss some this problem or the way how to recover our
Hmm.
country again mm, with with the smart people.
Hmm.
And also we can also search or research the other country's history that we can learn their way how to solve this problem. Something like this.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I totally agree. Well, in the first place, this should not be happening. What do you think is the main reason why this started?
This war or
This specific crisis? Why, in your own personal words or in your own perception or point of view,
mm,
how do you think this started?
what started this
The
poverty?
crisis. Yeah.
The poverty. Um, you mean why do you think so? That poverty started to in Syria, started to
Yeah.
happen in Syria.
Yes.
As far as I know, because of the war, or hmm, like the ignore of the president. The presidents are
Hmm.
too mm, not smart. I don't know because of the reason. Like based on the reason, I don't know about the serious the reason, but as far as I know, based on the reason, like some country can be suffering from the poverty. Like
Hmm.
when it comes to the like North Korea is also
Hmm.
suffering from the poverty because one of the reason is their reason like mm, like for the people they don't if the people are very smart and ability or capability to make something better but they cannot do this because their level is they are how to say that depending on their
Status.
level yeah like depending on their
Status.
step depending on their families they can go up or they cannot go up yeah
So it will always boil down from their background.
yes depending on the background so they also cannot see the TV program or go to they cannot go outside like to another country. Wait a
So
minute.
that is one of the. Oh, go ahead.
여보세요? 네. 아니요. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay. I have read that some refugees are really fear. I'm really
Mm-mm.
scared or afraid. They have a huge fear
Mm-mm.
of them being obliged to join the army, right?
Yes.
So why do you think are they going to be asked to join the army?
Because if they became like the soldier, then
Yeah.
they can eat and they can live in there very well
Mhm.
and also like the government really care about security and really care about the protection from another country something like this so that's why government really care about the military service like soldiers
Mhm.
and the power of a protection from another country. hmm And so, what was your question? Why the government's force the men to go to the military?
To join the military, yes.
Why? Because they really care about the attack from another country, or
Attack. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yes. What do you think about it? What is your opinion?
Actually, I
Mm-mm.
have, sure, I have the
Mm-mm.
same opinion.
Mm-mm.
Well, due to the high level of poverty that the Syrian people are
Mm-mm.
experiencing in Syria, in their country, they have to do other stuff just to have that minimized or not to have the situation worsen. I think it is one of their possible. I think it is one of their chosen chosen way to
Mm-mm.
have the situation not worsen. Of course, they have to protect their country
Mm-mm.
from other countries that may attack Syria
Mm-mm.
itself. We have the
Mm-mm.
same perception.
Mm-mm. Mm-hmm. Yes.
Oh, are you about to say something?
No.
This actually got me really worried because, yes, this is really like a huge number of refugees, like a very
Mm-mm.
big population, including, I was able to read some part of that. Where is that? An estimated 1.3 million Syrians, including
Mm-mm.
670,000 people, officially categorized or tagged as refugees. Oh my goodness, this has been really a tough, situation for these Syrian people.
Mm. Sorry?
No, I was talking about the population
Uh-uh.
of these refugees.
Uh-uh.
It must have been a really, it must have been a really bothersome. This situation would really make a person worried about these Syrian people. Even me,
Mm-mm.
I'm a Filipino. I'm not a Syrian person. I'm
Mm-mm.
not from Syria.
Uh-uh.
This made me really bothered and worried and concerned of these people.
Mm.
What
Yes.
about in Korea? You live in
Mm-mm.
South Korea, right?
Mm-mm.
Yes. Can you tell me more about the status of South Korea, the economy's status?
Status? What is the status?
Standing.
Understanding?
No, here, standing. The
Standing?
condition.
A condition.
Condition. Yes, condition of your
Mm.
country.
Actually, I'm not very familiar with the economic, but about the Korean's economic.
Economy, yes.
Yes. Like when it comes to Korea economics, we are very famous for like all of a sudden we became a developed country like in just 10 years.
Hmm.
Yes. So,
That's it?
yeah,
Okay.
we're the very fast growing country, I think, thanks to
Hmm.
the like thanks to the technology such as the Samsung or what else? Yes, we are very thanks to this company we can make our economy much better. Mm-hmm.
I see. Okay, well, yeah, I've heard that the Korean economy is quite a little bit near to Japan, though
Mm-hmm.
there's a difference. I mean, there's a different situation between Japan and Korea. Some of my students mentioned about that. Well, anyway, just to end this class, going back to Syrian refugees, it's really bothersome that it's really like a bothersome situation that families have suffered under a brutal conflict that has killed hundreds of thousands of people.
Mm-hmm.
Nearly 12 million, I guess. Is that right? Yeah, nearly 12 million people in the country need humanitarian assistance, including poverty, food, shelter, and what else? Water.
Mm-hmm.
Well, anyway, wow. This, at least for me, this has been a really interesting topic, very
Mm-mm.
informative.
Mm-mm.
Thank you
Yes.
so much for choosing this topic today.
Yes. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Well, I will be needing to say goodbye for now.
Okay. Have a great day. Bye
Thank you.
bye.
Oh, thank you so much.
Bye bye.